Doug Ford officially hit the campaign trail in Toronto this afternoon. Ford promised to launch his mayoral campaign earlier this week, but it was delayed by the news that his brother Rob Ford has cancer. Doug will be canvassing a neighborhood where his family has strong support, and today he thanked those supporters for standing behind him.
Now it's time to get out there and meet the people. Yeah! We've been talking to the people for 4 years. And what we want to convey today, we're going to convey a vision of continuing prosperity. That they've seen prosperity in the city for the last 4 years. And we're going to hit every single ward, starting in Ward 2.
Joining us now is Michael Geoghegan, a political consultant in Victoria, BC. Michael, good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Doug Ford campaigning. How much of an uphill battle do you think he faces?
Well, based on the last poll I saw, it's actually a fairly steep climb for him because John Tory, 43%, and Doug Ford and Olivia Chow both at around 29% support level. So he's got a lot of ground to make up if he hopes to be mayor.
John Tory's to lose if he, trips up?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's never over till it's over. But right now, unless there is a big shift in the numbers, it looks like John Tory will be the next mayor of Toronto.
Now, considering the fight that Rob Ford is fighting right now with this major, serious health scare, do you think that there's going to be public sympathy for both him and for Doug?
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of sympathy for Rob Ford. I suspect he will win a council seat. And how much of that will carry over to Doug and his bid for mayor remains to be seen. Rob was always the more personable of the two. So I think what it's done, the upside is the sympathy. The upside is all the controversies around Rob have gone away. The downside is Doug Ford has a little more trouble engaging with the electorate than his younger brother.
And he's starting that off today. Federal politics now. The federal government confirming that they're revoking and seizing passports of people who they suspect of joining ISIS and other groups. What do you think of this move?
Well, I think it's a prudent move. I mean, we had the situation in Australia where police and intelligence services conducted a raid because there were Australian sympathizers of ISIS that were planning on grabbing innocent citizens and conducting a beheading on Australian soil. So the kind of, as I refer to them, these psychopaths that we have over, that have gone over to Syria and Iraq, we don't want them coming home. We don't want them conducting terrorist activities on Canadian soil or anywhere in the Western world for that matter. So, I mean, if they've done their deal with the devil, then as far as I'm concerned, yeah, keep them over there. And if an American or French bomb should happen to find their way to them, then I think good riddance.
Mm-hmm. We saw this week in Ottawa, Mike Duffy, his lawyer, basically spelling out that they want a trial sooner rather than later. Why do you think that is?
Shenanigans. Yes, absolutely. If they can get rid of the or dispense with the pretrial process, then that puts into play there being Mike Duffy's trial in 2015, which of course lines up with a number of interesting facts coming to light just as we're heading into a federal election. Mike Duffy himself has said he would love to see his trial go forward in the spring of 2015, which of course would ensure that whatever comes to light, whoever gets called to testify, including potentially Prime Minister Stephen Harper, it would maximize the embarrassment and damage to the Prime Minister.
Speaking of the Prime Minister, this week a big speech at the UN. What do you think he outlines as a key message?
Well, I think his focus will be on two things. One will be ISIS and basically, the civilized world's, lining up against these sort of nihilistic death cults. And then second of all will be the Ukraine and, the very troubling actions of the Putin government and, the annexation of eastern portions of the Ukraine. So I think those will be the two main focuses. He's received criticism for not participating in a climate conference. I know the Prime Minister of Australia is also not participating. So a bit of blowback on that. But I suspect what he has to say about the Ukraine and ISIS will certainly be well received by a lot of Western leaders.
It will be an interesting speech to watch. Michael, thank you very much.
Thank you.